Mentioned at the very top of the show, the weekend is here, or is it? The debate is raging. When does the weekend officially start, do you think?
Well, like I said just before, in about an hour from now. Because, you know, our working week is, well, my working week, I know you lot do loads of other stuff, but I don't, because I'm quite lazy. But 1:30 on a Friday, yeah, straight out from here, straight home, straight down the pub, that's me. And then I come out on a Sunday night and then get up and come back in on a Monday morning.
Oh, my God!
No, that's not true. I don't spend the weekend in the pub. In fact, I've been very, very busy of late, and I haven't had, like, one of my classic weekends for a really long time, and I'm so looking forward to getting back to doing absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, lie on the sofa and watch endless repeats of Come Dine With Me and things like that. Oh. I love it. So, yeah.
Sunday paper.
I do like my weekends.
Could not be any more different than yours. Laying on the sofa watching TV.
Yeah.
No, never happens in my house. Although,
if do it.
Well, I know I can't. Not when you've got an 8-year-old going, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored. Where are we going today? What are we doing? Can I have a friend round? It's like, ooh. So if my weekend possibly starts on a Saturday morning, if he's going to his dad's, and then I'm like, right, what shall I do? And do you know what's so boring compared to your weekend? I'll have a massage and do all the nice, relaxing things, and I might even not even go out, Carol, get in pyjamas and watch what I want to watch on TV.
Oh,
how boring is that?
Well, that just doesn't sound very unusual.
No, I know, for me.
Watch what you want to watch on TV, in your pyjamas, in bed. How? No wonder you haven't got a boyfriend.
Oh, here she goes!
Well, I'm the same. You know what? I have to agree that, you know, you live my old life, and I miss it so much. Yeah. I feel like I'm stuck behind a glass pane going, let me back in, just for one weekend. I'd love to read a paper, and I would love to wake up after 7 a.m. Yeah. That would be lovely.
And go down the pub.
But you don't. But you know, for a couple of years, you don't. The sleepover is a magical invention. It's like an unspoken thing amongst parents, and I can't wait till Ben's old enough to do sleepovers, because it's like giving a parent a weekend back, isn't it? It's like, I'll have yours this weekend. Yeah. You read the papers.
I have had a few wild weekends lately, so I'm not that bad.
Yeah, we had one last weekend.
We did.
Yeah.
You did, didn't you?
I'll tell you, weekend, what's that then? Because I start my work on a Friday night and usually end it on a Sunday night.
Every day the same.
Yeah, it's every day the same.
So
but it's wild. My weekend is very wild because I'm out gigging and I'm really quite hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few people in here now. And yes, it's great fun, so I don't mind it. But my weekend is usually Monday, Tuesday. If I'm not on the show.
And you chill.
Yeah.
You
so
relax.
it's any day I can get off is a weekend. So.
The hard-living Jane McDonald, who'd have thought it, eh?
Rock and roll.
Now, talking of weekends, many of you mums watching will be out and about with your little ones over the next few days, and if you are, beware if you bump into journalist Liz Jones. In her column this week in the Mail, she's been complaining about you, and by you, I mean us. She says, what's with those baby on board stickers in the back of car windows? I can't stand them. Why do women with children think they deserve special treatment? So, do any of you agree with her? And what situations do you feel are apparent where we over-accommodate children, if at all?
Well, I do kind of agree with her, believe it or not. You know, and sometimes I think I'm going to get a sticker that says suitcase in the back.
Suitcase on board.
Well, do you know what I mean, though? It's like, you know, all right, so you got a baby. Big deal. Loads of people have got babies. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to crash into you. I'm a safe driver. So, she has got a point in some respects. And I think, more than anything, I think we do over-accommodate people with children and children themselves, especially in, like, restaurants and bars where, you know, frankly, they shouldn't really be. You know, when I was young, you weren't allowed in the pub. You had to wait outside while your mum went in for a drink.
That's a safe way to parent in these modern times.
No, I'm joking. She never ever did that. No, she worked in a pub, so we had to go around and see her sometimes, but we had to wait outside till she'd come out. But no, you know, some people don't control their children, do they? And the noise that you get from kids... I once got told off using a mobile phone in a restaurant, and I was just on the phone, I wasn't talking loudly, and across from me was... And she told me, she said, you're not allowed to use phones. I was like, oh, sorry, put the phone away. But across from me, there's these kids sitting there going... So, you know, why? And then
well, I'll tell you why, because they're a child. They're a child who can't control themselves because they haven't learnt yet how to behave responsibly.
Yeah, but what about the car parking? Why do mother and child have car parking spaces right by the door? Why do they have to be right by the door? They can be over the other side of the car park. What's the difference?
Why don't you stick all the old people over there as well and make them walk the distance? Because you've got a load to carry, Carol.
Old people different, disabled people different. Women with children are not disabled. They've just got children, and that's their choice. That's your choice. It's not my problem.
Hey. Right, I'm not having this. I'm sorry, I'm not having this. As a harassed mother who navigates the supermarket every week, let me tell you, when you've got a newborn baby and the supermarkets don't lay on the right trolleys for you to put your baby in, you then have to lug it around in a car seat, which, let me tell you, is heavier than any of your fancy handbags. And then you get back out there and you've got to be able to get into the car with the baby. It could be raining. It's a nightmare.
It's on a trolley.
Do you know what as well?
I've got to get in my car with my shopping too. And mine's on a trolley. The same as your baby on the shopping. It's on a trolley. You're not carrying anything.
You do though, Carol.
What are you carrying? It's on a trolley.
Do you know what? I'm going to lend you... No, I'm not going to lend you Ben for the weekend. I'm going to take that right back, because that is tantamount to child abuse. But if you should just try doing a weekly shop for a family with a baby.
OK.
Yeah?
Go on, then.
And then I'm going to stick you at the far end of the car park. See how you like it.
Oh, well, listen, I wouldn't complain.
No, let me... Time out. I, as a mother, have been there with the baby, with the pram, with the nightmare, with the pushing the pram. I understand you've got to be aware, but you shouldn't also have to apologise for having a baby and having a pram, which is what I tended to do quite a lot.
I hate prams. Over my foot.
I hate prams as much as people with no kids do. And before I had kids, I hated them. And I still hate them now. Now Jake's 8. You know, when people just run into your ankles, you want to kill them. So it's just being aware.
Purpose. You do know that.
I've been there and I know. But, you know...
Sorry.
You don't say... Oh,
Carol! I don't. What? No, if they run over my feet and bump into my knees...
Well, you know what? They go, oh, it's that moody one off Loose Women. Off you go.
They target me.
It's about being aware. I sat on a plane when Jake was less than 1 year old, and it was a 5-hour flight. And you know what? He never stopped screaming from the time I got on the flight to the time I got off. I was highly embarrassed. I knew everybody hated my guts, and they couldn't wait for me to get off. But what do you do?
I would have got my parachute and got off.
I remember...
Jane, because you're less nasty about kids than
No,
Carol.
I mean, there are some great...
intolerant.
Well, there are some good-behaved kids, though. I've been out and about, and they've been fantastic. In the pub that I had Sunday lunch, there was a big family there, and the kids were fantastic. And I thought, isn't that lovely to see a family out having lunch?
I don't mind them.
Saying that, I did park in the mother and child area, and I was with my mother, and the guy said, excuse me, you can't park there. And I says, excuse me, I'm the child and she's my mother. So, there you go.
Bravo!
Right,
well played, Jane. OK, time for a break, but before we do, take a look